This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed Protector of the Universe. Bonded to the energy-transforming quantum bands that are both weapons and symbols of his station, he fights an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar. Hello and welcome back to the Quantum Zone episode, well, I think I have it wrong down there. I think it's episode 146. I am Phil. Joining me as always.
145.
Is it 145? That's what I have there. Okay. All right. So,
I mean, I think so. It says it on the screen.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I might have it wrong. I might have to change that. But joining me, as always, master of the Kickstarter, it is,
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
and the master of the post office, it is the Postmaster General. It is.
This is Matt. Anything, any shipping questions or reminiscence about old shipping methods? Hit me up. Let's talk. Let's talk parcel post.
It's hard to see. Is that a tattoo right there?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say.
And there's the Marvel. I'm wearing my Marvel writing shirt, which strikes a lot.
Your
of
name,
stuff.
your name was in the way on the screen, so I was like, I think that's a tattoo, unless those armpits look like his chin.
No, but the chin is looking.
I know, man. Got a nice
Pretty
Christmas
big.
tree go. Oh, should hang some Christmas ornaments off that beard, man.
No. I get half a menorah under here right now.
Oh, dreidel.
We're in the midst of Hanukkah.
All right, so I guess I spoiled it, but yes, the big news: Will's Kickstarter is fully funded.
And I survived. Yay!
Congratulations.
Yay.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yep, it's we're finishing up the art right now. Pablo is awesome, and get that sucker printed and get it out to everybody. I'm looking forward to holding a book in my hands, which is pretty cool thing to do.
Yeah. And may I be the first to say, hey, where's my package? I ordered this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I do the same thing. The Kickstarter just ended for one of my friends, and I'm like, "Where's my package? Where is it? Where's the book? Where's my book?"
Total package.
So you heard it here first. Matt Kona's waiting for that package.
That's right.
I need the package.
Hey, but I heard it's a really nice one.
It was just a really nice package.
Speaking of Ray, he did send feedback for the issue we're talking tonight, but he also sent me something else. So here, real quick, it's like 35 seconds.
Hello again, Quantum Zoners. This is Ray. Just sorry, I forgot a quick message. A big congratulations to Will for achieving the goal reached for Crossover Division. I just wanted to say a big thank you for producing and setting that project up, Will. I'm looking forward to having a good read of it, and a big congratulations, because I know you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. So well done. It's come off really successfully. Anyway, just wanted to say that. Catch ya. See ya.
Thanks, Ray.
So see, pretty much
Thanks
the entire globe is waiting for your package, Will. So
That's right. I got to get those packages out. Oh, thanks again, guys. Couldn't have done it without all you guys. Literally.
I know. You said it was like down the last couple hours there.
Mm-hmm. And then it jumped up over, and it was like such a relief. But yeah, now we get to finish making it. I think I've got page 21 today, so we only have 4 or 5 more pages to go. And Brant is going to get it lettered. He just we did his countdown on the last hour of his campaign like it ended like 30 minutes ago. So I said, you know what? You're probably not going to be useful the rest of the week. You need to take some time and just relax and rest. And he'll start lettering it, and then we'll hand it off to the printer, and we'll have some books really soon, which is pretty awesome.
Well, like you were saying, I mean, at least you have like a good art team, so people can see some of the art and be like, "Oh, this is nice to look at. I'll give this a try." But other stuff that aren't comics, it's probably harder maybe sometimes get Kickstarter going.
Yeah, it takes. I mean, the Kickstarter itself is a lot of work that you kind of see during the campaign, but then there's a lot of prep work that goes into it. I mean, a friend of mine said it's like having a part-time job.
Oh yeah.
From for the time leading up to it, and then the month that it's running. So I think my wife's about ready to smack me upside the head, more so than normal. I guess we'll see. Because it does take a lot of time, but definitely worth it once we get the book out and into everybody's hands, and hopefully y'all like it. We'll see.
I'm sure we will. I've read Dire of Night. I'm sure we will.
Thank you. Your trust and confidence is inspiring and sometimes needed.
Is your wife like, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. First you podcast with those two nudnicks. Now you're going to be doing this whole Kickstarter thing.
It's like, do you have anything tonight? I'm like, yeah. Oh. Nah, she's actually really, really supportive, because when I'm doing this, I'm not bothering her too. So there you go.
So, anybody watching anything good?
We finished all of Star Trek except for
everything Star Trek ever.
Everything except we haven't done Lower Decks, and it looks like they took the 70s animated Star Trek off of Netflix like the beginning of the month. But
wow.
You can't find it anymore.
I wonder if it's going to come.
It's probably going to go over to CBS All Access or something. So until we get access to those, we can't watch them. So we moved on, and we kind of decided to do Star Wars. So we watched Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and then we started watching We watched the Clone Wars movie, and then we watched the first Clone Wars, the Genndy Tartakovsky ones, the cartoon ones, that were on Cartoon Network, which are awesome. Then we watched that CGI animated Clone Wars movie. Then we were like 7 or 8 episodes into Clone Wars, and it's not necessarily hitting the spot. So we went ahead and watched Revenge of the Sith. Probably the next thing we may go back and watch Clone Wars, but we may just watch the movies. I don't know. There's a lot of Mandalorian stuff in Clone Wars and Rebels that maybe we want to know for the Mandalorian, because it's awesome.
It is the way. It is the way.
It is the way.
I think they said the finale this week already for season 2 of Mandalorian, I believe.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's 8 episodes. So this is.
I've not been watching or reading stuff.
Whoops! Are you still there, Matt? You kind of froze on my screen.
Yeah, me too.
I have rediscovered the show The Goldbergs. I've been watching that.
Oh,
which is very fun.
It's like set in the 80s, right?
Yeah,
I've never
it's
watched.
A lot of great pop culture stuff.
I've never watched it, but I have heard from people that it is good.
Yeah,
we have to give that a try then.
Yeah,
is that Netflix or?
Well, it's an ABC show, so if you have cable, it should be.
It might be on demand or something.
On demand, it's definitely on demand. But I'm watching it on Hulu. Yeah, it's essentially like a more comedy version of the Wonder Years, but with pop cultural ramifications that we would appreciate. That
yeah,
and many people, even any age, would. But it's a good show.
But yes, I just looked. Yes, Friday is the finale already, which I figured week before Christmas. They only do 8 episodes of Mandalorian per season.
Right. Yeah, I actually haven't seen this past Fridays, so I need to get to that.
It's good.
There's not really any heavy spoilers, I don't think, in it. It's a good, solid episode, and yeah, it's a good episode. A little more actiony.
Yeah.
I mean, the only spoilers would be who's not in.
I mean,
who's not in the episode, who is in the episode. Yeah.
I mean, the episode before was pretty actiony, but the Boba Fett thing. But,
yeah. Spoilers.
Yeah, I forget. I read some article. They're like, it was something like, Boba Fett's got that dad bod and he's proud of it or something.
And it was funny, that actor. We just watched Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. That actor is all over both of those movies because obviously he's the clone, right?
Yeah.
But that last episode was pretty awesome. This one couldn't be. I mean, this one couldn't be as because they're doing something different with this episode than they were doing with last episode. Last episode they were rehabilitating, Boba Fett. They showed how awesome he is, right? Mm-hmm. No Sarlacc can eat him.
But yeah, I mean, I've always been like, Star Wars, but Mandalorian, I think it's like my favorite thing. Star Wars is Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It really is.
It's something original. It's something not tied to any kind of Skywalker or,
Well, there's something that, when Ahsoka showed up, that's one of the reasons we were kind of going back to the Clone Wars to find more out about Ahsoka.
Dawson, yeah.
But she asked her opponent, where her master was, where Thrawn was, Grand Admiral Thrawn from the Heir to the Empire series by Timothy Zahn, which means if Grand Admiral Thrawn exists, does that mean Mara Jade exists? Because, anyway, sorry, I'm a Star Wars geek. So. Exactly.
But, did you guys see the big Marvel announcements last week? All the shows and movies coming.
Wow.
I mean,
crazy.
WandaVision's coming, what is it, January 15th, I think, so about a month till WandaVision.
Yeah. I saw the announcements all, like, on Instagram, so sometimes there could be algorithm things, you see a post for Thanksgiving a day afterwards, you're like, why did that just show up today? But, I thought that, like, did Marvel get hacked or something? I just see, like, so many updates of all these things that were, in the works, but a couple that weren't, right? There was a couple in there that weren't really whispered or written about before.
Well, they did. Well, yeah. They said there's a Fantastic Four movie coming, but there was, like, no details. It's just like, Fantastic Four is coming to the MCU.
Yeah.
Because I forget. I'm trying to look this up. Because the Fantastic Four movie's not coming until at least, 2022 or 2023. So they're just like, it's coming.
Yeah, and it's weird because the Fantastic Four is the foundational comic for the entire Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm.
But in the MCU, it's Iron Man is.
Well, that's what I was saying. I wonder if they're going to use WandaVision to kind of like, flashpoint the whole thing, and where it's like, change whatever they don't, it's like, is she going to alter reality? So it's like, the Fantastic Four have always been here.
Yeah.
They were just in space the other times.
Yeah.
Then
they were in space during the whole Endgame thing and the Infinity War.
They were just under the ocean. You just missed them.
During Star Blast, yeah.
Yeah.
They've just been on Yancey Street.
Nice. Very nice.
But I think WandaVision's in January. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think they said is March now. So
I did. I saw a little bit of the preview. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, that trailer.
Yeah. And there's a show in January that just focuses on Marvel Legends within the MCU called Legends. Right. I don't know what that's going to be like. It's like showing scenes from the films and talking about it. I'm not sure.
Oh my god, I still got to finish. I don't know if either of you guys have watched that Marvel 616 series, but like Lilith was like, "You got to watch this episode," and I only watched like the first couple minutes of it. I have to go finish it, but it was on Dan Slott, and it was about it like him writing Iron Man 2020, and it was basically like Lilith was saying, it's pretty sad when they make an episode where like your boss is basically like, Dan's always late on his deadlines, and And it was equally bad because they're like, he comes into the office every day, but he's late on his deadlines. Meanwhile, like the guy who was, I forget who it was, whatever artist was working on Iron Man 2020 with them was like penciling, inking, and he was doing it all digital. But he's traveling the country in like an RV, the artist, and he's still got his stuff on time. And Dan Slott, who goes into the office every day, couldn't get his stuff on time. Will's like, oh, as a writer, that hurts me right here.
Yeah. Well, and I think it was because I think there's a little bit of a furor on it on Twitter, and I think it was exaggerated a little bit for dramatic effect on that 616 thing. So,
but it's just fun. It was just funny because they showed Slott go in the office and he goes in to see Tom Brevoort, and Tom's like, he's like, I get that, you like perfection and you like to get everything right. He's like, but you're going to go down in history as the writer who wrote Iron Man 2022.
Nice. Very nice.
But yeah, I got to finish that. Oh, did you guys see the trailer for Loki, the Loki series?
Yeah, it looks like they have the Time Variance Authority, TVA, in it.
Yeah, me and Charlie have been speculating about that, but they called it out, TVA.
Yeah, that's really cool because that's from Simonson's Fantastic Four run, which was awesome.
Oh, and the connection to us, I think someone said. I know they were faceless, but I think some of those TVA people didn't they say they patterned them out after Grunwald because Grunwald knew all this Marvel knowledge and
Yeah, I think so. I would go look that up.
That's what I'm doing.
Because the TVA's appeared in Simonson's run and somewhere else, I think.
Fantastic Four, I believe.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, first appearance Thor 372, 1986. But yeah, I can't wait for that. Who knows what kind of time travel thing they're going to do with Loki. But yeah, there's so much stuff coming. Black Widow's still coming. I just wonder if they're going to go, digital same day, because since Wonder Woman now is digital and theater same day.
Yeah.
Because I know things are going back down in the lockdown over here, so theaters might not even be open on Christmas Day. So, look who's awake. Little Hellfire. Yeah, talking smack about Slott. Yeah, we talking about that dirty Slott.
Oh, yeah, it looks like they showed up in Thor 372, the She-Hulk, What If the Watcher Saves the Universe, Fantastic Four Volume 363, or 350, Volume 1, 353, that's Simonson.
Hold on. Little Hellfire, what are you boys doing for episode 150? How dare you? If you've been listening the last couple weeks, you would know we're doing a retrospective on the first 25 issues of the Quasar series. Thank you very much. Oh, come on, Lilith. You know you're interested. What are you guys doing for 169?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Same thing we do every night. Make Matt Kona do funny voices.
That's right.
Oh my god, that's going to be a non-live read thing. Unless we just take excerpts and do live reads.
Well, yeah.
I swear I told you about 150, Lilith. Get back in your wine bottle. Or no. her clear rums. Whatever.
Happy recent birthday, Lilith.
Yes, happy
Lilith.
birthday.
Yeah, listen to this. She's in her 30s, and she's like, I'm not putting candles on my cake anymore. Aww.
I mean,
come back.
Can be a hassle.
Come back when you hit 40, woman.
And 50's coming up for me pretty soon.
Half a century.
You get a 5-0 for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was going to say, I know 42 sucks. I'm not looking forward to 50. All right. So should we get the Quasar 58?
Let's do it.
Matt Kona's time to shine.
I'm going to try. All right, let's do it.
Stay tuned, Lilith Hellfire. Get the return of that speedster from another dimension, buried alien.
I like the Quasar Twilight mashup cover art for Young Wendell.
They kind of did that last episode too, didn't they? He was off while Kismet was fighting the Egyptian adaptoid. All right, so Quasar 58, May 1994, for a whole $1.25 US.
Yeah.
All right, so
bucket of quarter staff.
Distant Running. Mark Grunwald, writer. Peter Sanderson, co-plotter. Ooh. John Hebink, penciler. Aaron McClellan, inker. Janice Chang, letterer. Paul Beckton, colorist. Mike Rockwitz, jogger. Ralph Macchio, sprinter. And Tom DeFalco, for once, with no joke, editor-in-chief. Were you even there that day, DeFalco? You didn't make a joke? All right, we're finally back to Macari.
Who we last saw at 41, maybe 40.
I'm trying to remember. Did he get dropped off?
The church, yeah, the church dropped him off somewhere.
Oh, was it in the 40s? I was gonna say we didn't get an appearance in like 51 or 52, did we?
I don't think so.
Okay, it might have been the 40s. Yeah.
So if anyone just started listening in the last couple weeks, Macari is a long-running character.
Bravo.
Thank you.
That deserves, especially if she's listening, that deserves a big old...
Duck Lilith. Duck Lilith.
All right, so... Elsewhere in the Milky Way galaxy, the fastest man born on Earth, the eternal Macari, runs through the quasi-physical realm his trainer refers to as the Tachyon Tunnel. Here in this higher dimension of our cosmos, the speed of light holds no sway, and approaching light speed brings no relativistic accrual of infinite mass. And Macari's cosmic energized limbs move with a velocity he has only just recently attained. He has no conscious thoughts. Indeed, he now travels faster than the speed of thought. It's a paradox. He has mused that in order to achieve his goal, he is required to abandon all goals and become one with movement itself. There's a joke in there, but I don't know what it is. But when he is relatively at rest, his goal is as simple as it is all-consuming to be not just the fastest man on Earth, but the fastest creature in the whole galaxy. Before long, he will have the chance of a lifetime to prove himself worthy of his ambitions. All right. Suddenly, into the blackness of his consciousness, a thought in an alien tongue resounds. It takes 250,000 mouths for it to register as what it is.
Macari, come to Nyene Yu. It is his time.
Emerging from the Tachyon Tunnel, he eases into the world of his departure, the planet Grozgumbek.
Macari, quickly.
Off his feet. Master.
Do you think this is... I'll just do this one.
I think it's...
I read a lot. Come on.
Okay. I would not have interrupted your training session, but I have but moments left before this form wears out, and I have something I must tell you. You are my best student, capable of speeds and distances far greater than any of my race.
That is high praise, sir. For you, Grosgumbekians are reputed to be among the swiftest races in the galaxy, if not the most complicated in labeling.
You must do something in my memory, Macari.
Anything, sir.
Say my name right, boy.
As long as it's easy to remember, I will do it in your memory.
You must participate in the great competition. Millennia ago, a swift alien arrived to invite one of our number to participate in a race to determine the fastest being in the galaxy. None of us chose to accept the challenge. The visitor left behind a box to transport our competitor to the starting line.
Getting into character. This alien, was he called the Runner? I met him once on my homeworld.
Way back in issue number 12. Rock solid. My sons tell me that word has been sent that the final competitors have at last been chosen and the race is about to begin. He is only expecting us to send God, I can't read this. He's only expecting us to send a spectator, but if you were to qualify as a competitor...
I'll do what I can, Mentor.
Remember, the secret is in your mind. You must send your mind past all limitations, become speed itself.
I understand, sir.
Farewell, Makari. Farewell, Duntimbubla? Duntumbla?
It's Duntumbla. Come on.
Farewell, Startanius. Godspeed.
Good night, Hoss. Good night, Little Joe.
As an eternal...
Godspeed, Father.
Godspeed.
As an eternal, death has always been incomprehensible to me. Such a waste of energy. Pantumbla? Astarinchis? Your father was a great man in the brief time I knew him. I got to love him. I will feel his loss acutely for all time. I could think of no greater tribute than to enter this competition he spoke of and win it for him. Godspeed.
Thanks, Swiftness, the off-world order is leaving. His desire for superiority was so unattractive. If Father had not experienced senility, he would never have tolerated so unpleasant an individual. Good riddance, Two-Leg.
Good thing. Farewell, Two-Leg. Yeah, some of us have 3. Alright, so... Oblivious of how he is regarded, Makari finds the transport box and fearlessly enters. Still else, I believe this goes. The top goes all the way across, gentlemen, and then the bottom goes all the way across. So, those of you reading digitally, still elsewhere in the Milky Way, Makari's one-time companion Quasar sits at the edge of the Earth's atmosphere. This, however, is not the Earth where Makari and Quasar were born. This is an Earth from a distant multiverse brought to this cosmos by the power of a cosmic scientist who wished to study it.
You'd know this if you'd read Star Blast, number 4, and Quasar... What does that say?
57, I think.
Oh, yeah, Quasar 57.
Yeah,
Reproachful Rock.
Yeah, Lilith, you would know that if you read those.
Or if you'd have listened to this podcast for the last 1,000 years. Sorry.
Oh, please, I've only made you guys do it for 500. Come on.
We've all been here. This is the White Room. There is no time.
Around this world is an invisible barrier that Quasar cannot breach. A barrier erected by the universe's supreme arbitrator of cosmic matters in order to contain the anomalous energies permeating the world. Quasar has hovered here motionless for approximately 7 hours, pondering how to penetrate the barrier. His girlfriend is trapped down there. And Quasar gets 2 whole lines. Wait a minute. The Living Tribunal put up the barrier? He's the one I've got to see about getting through it. I've got to make him realize the mistake he's made. Quasar disappears in a burst of energy, which we call a quantum jump. So it takes him 7 hours to think, oh, hey, maybe I should go see the Living Tribunal.
It's been a rough... Star Blast was hard on all of us.
I know. My mind feels like tapioca after Star Blast. I know. All right. Wow, Makari appears at the starting line of the Galactic Marathon in another such burst, coming out of his TARDIS.
Whoa! Kind of grinds to a halt in front of a person who has unicycles for legs.
I believe she was an issue 17.
Two side-by-side bicycle tires for a lower torso.
Don't bike wheel shame, Kona. Come on.
I'm not.
Do you want the runner, or do you want me to take the runner?
You take the runner. I'll take Buried Alien.
Okay. All right. Well. What have we here? A failed finalist come to watch the great race? How splendid.
No runner. I've come to compete.
Sorry, Sport, but when you lost the Earth race to my friend Fast Forward there, you forfeited your spot.
You've got to let me race. You've got to. I'm faster than your other runners now. I swear it. Run without me, and your race will not... It's meaningless. You won't really know who's the fastest man in the Milky Way.
Tell you what, old sport. If you can run our qualifying track over there faster than our slowest contestant, you can take his place.
Sure. I'll even do it on one leg.
Instance later.
Quite impressive. You indeed topped at least one of our qualifying times. You've been practicing, haven't you?
How's my time? So am I in?
Singularly, I'm afraid you've been disqualified. Makari, be prepared to race in 4 quads.
Yes!
Congratulations.
Fast forward, huh?
Still can't remember my original name, but it's better than Buried Alien, isn't it?
Yeah. So you never figured out who you are or where you came from?
I get shadowy impressions sometimes of people I've known who've been altered almost beyond recognition. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Basically, I put it all behind me. I put it all behind me. I get joy out of running. That's all I need to know right now.
What you need to know, Makari, is that these wristbands will generate your path of the race track we will run on today. Wow, that was horrible. Let me try that again. What you need to know, Makari, is that these wristbands will generate your path of this racetrack we will run on today. You'll see how.
Wristbands, huh? Reminds me of a friend I once had.
Speaking of said friend,
Stingray.
Oh, burn.
Wait, I just want to say that I think it's funny that Buried Alien gets shadowy impressions of his past, sometimes referred to as flashbacks. Suck it, Lilith.
All right, speaking of the wristband friend, the dimension of manifestations, a strange realm where bodiless beings assume form, last seen in what, Quasar 37 and 38?
I think so, yeah.
So, 20 issues ago.
Wow.
Anthropomorpho.
Quasar, this is a pleasant surprise.
I need to see the Living Tribunal. Can you point the way?
You know how difficult it is to find anyone in this near void. I'll assign you a young manifestation body as a guide.
Thanks.
Hi, follow me.
Okay. And back at the starting line. Back at the starting line.
This is it, the moment of truth. My chance to be recognized as the fastest creature in the galaxy. Wish I knew what kind of competition the rest of these foot jockeys might be, but I'm sure I'll know soon enough.
Good luck, my fellows. You'll all need it.
Runners, on your marks. Get sets. Go!
And they're off. Okay, you've got weird, fishy, goatee centipede on the right side. He's coming up on Dirt Alien. Then giant tortoise on 2 legs, followed by double wheel girl.
And the Energizer Bunny.
I was going to say, yes.
Yeah, Energizer Bunny, Makari, and the runner.
In moments, the 7 racers hit the off-ramp with speed significant to escape the pull of the starting world's gravity. The course is marked by blinking energy buoys positioned approximately every half kilometer. Beneath their feet, or wheels, quasi-solid energy disks similar to Quasar's quantum force appear generated at regular intervals by the runner's wrist gadgets. These gadgets also provide the contestants with their specific atmospheric requirements. Clearly, the sponsors of the Galactic Marathon have foreseen all of the competitors' needs, except for the one's need to cheat. So the Energizer Bunny, if I do not win, my people will make stew of me. I must win. At all costs.
I can appreciate his motivation.
You'll get stewed.
So he hits the centipede's legs.
Very Nancy Kerrigan.
Oh!
Yeah.
A baton to a couple of dozen of Mixum's legs on the same side, and he'll be running in circles. 1 down, 5 to go.
Wait. That bunny just committed battery.
Oh, that hurt me. Oh. I'm sorry, Mr. Kona.
Second Kona.
1 down, 5 to go. Okay, Gazoom, you're next. It's like G-Zoom.
The turtle's name?
G-Zoom, Gazoom.
Yeah.
It's running tight, Gazoom tight. The Golden Runner believed me when I told him I needed the canister to carry my food supply. What a Marunian doesn't recognize a stun drum when he sees one? Wicked flame out, Gazoom. Okay, so he throws some like disc at him. And then there were 5. And back in the dimension of manifestations. Hey, there he is, the Tribunal. No, that's not the manifestation near...
Oh, that's me, sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's not the manifestation nearest your time era. We must keep going.
All right.
Is that from Guardians of the Galaxy?
What?
The original series? That's the Star God, right?
Oh, maybe, yeah. All right, so 1 panel of Quasar, and now back to the race.
Real space. So serenely beautiful out here. I feel like I never want to stop.
Can't believe the runner would allow a wheelie to compete. You call that running? She's almost in range. And buried alien or fast forward. That's peculiar. Makari and the runner are keeping pace with me, but what happened to the others? Surely we haven't left the others in the dust so quickly. These are the greatest runners in the galaxy. Thing is, if I twist to look way behind me, I'll throw off my pace. Oh, Lord. So, alright, the Energizer Rabbit pulls out his staff and throws it in the spokes of the lady's wheels and thinks, Metal Lady, time you spoke up.
Oh!
Oh, even Kona wouldn't go there. Well, maybe.
I've done worse.
Major skiddage. So is that Barry?
This is Bakari. Bakari, I think.
No, it's buried alien. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I manage to pull ahead a step, I will be able to spare a backward glance in a moment.
He dares outdistance me at this early junction?
Close my eyes, become one with speed. Forget the others are here.
Now it's just me and the long legs, the one lagging behind. He's next. You're about to be... Oh, Lord, he's throwing that stun drum at Makari and he thinks, you're about to be drummed out of the race, Makari. Until we see buried alien come fly back and grab it. Ugh. What's he doing? And buried alien goes and just starts smacking the bunny around. Then we see him holding the rabbit. Well, I'll never be able to catch up now, but at least I've ensured the rest of the race will be a fair one. Good luck, Makari. Show that runner what you're made of.
Hey, what happened to Fast? He was out ahead of us when I closed my eyes, and now wonder if Runner knows.
And back in the dimension of manifestations.
There he is, the living tribunal manifestation nearest your time.
Thanks, little guy. Oh, great tribunal. I am Quasar, Eon's appointed protector. I wish to speak to you if you could spare me but a moment.
Be brief.
As you are doubtlessly aware, I was the one who brought the star brand from another multiverse and accidentally transferred it to my girlfriend. She is now on that Earth-like planet you erected a barrier around. I feel it is a mistake that she is trapped there, and I would like to see her freed.
That is not possible. The star brand is too dangerous to be brought into the greater universe. The woman still possesses a fraction of it. Therefore, she must be kept under quarantine.
But, sir, it's not her fault that she was infected by it. It's my fault.
Blame is not the issue. Infection is.
But I possessed the star brand myself for a while. There's probably a sliver of it left inside me, and you're not forcing me down there.
The portion left in you is so minute, it would take a being with my perceptions to detect it. Entities are more likely to covet your quantum bands than your star brand residue. Not so with her. Still, your good works in the universe have not gone unnoticed. I will grant you this boon. If you wish to join your mate, I will let you pass through the barrier.
You will? Wow, that's great.
There are 2 conditions, however. 1, I will open the barrier but once. If you go through it, you shall live out your life on that world. 2, you must forfeit your quantum bands to me so as not to adversely affect the balance of power in the greater universe. Please make your decision. Can I just say something before we go on here?
Sure.
Yeah.
The quantum bands affect the balance of power in the universe.
Yes, thank you.
They're kind of a big deal.
What's the burn, Lilith? The whole tribunal thing? Burn. All right, back in real space. Again.
Makari's dogging my heels with the finish line a short sprint away. How can this be? Thousands of marathons I have run, no one has ever hung on so long.
I can't seem to close the gap between us. I don't have it in me to go any faster. I'm not worthy of my lifelong dream. No, I must push all ambition out of my mind, concentrate on nothing but the sheer joy of becoming speed itself.
His eyes shut. His mind is empty as the intergalactic. His mind is empty as the intergalactic void. Makari finds an untapped reserve of power deep in the wellspring of his being. He feels himself become light in both senses of the word. He has run out from under the heavy burden of ambition, and in doing so, he has become light, which moves at the top possible speed in the universe for no other reason than it can. So, I think, therefore, I run.
Yeah.
He is not even aware that he has passed the photonic finish line until 53 million miles later, when he finally takes note of the signal his wrist gadget has been making. After a lengthy arc of deceleration, he arrives on the world below the finishing line.
The winner and fastest being in the Milky Way galaxy. Simultaneously translated into a million different languages.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And broadcast to places you wouldn't believe.
Milky Way Mike.
Makari of Earth!
Oh, yeah, did you see
I did it.
Did you see he's in the crowd, the watchers there? But remember that elder, that judge lady?
Uh-huh.
Remember when he got his quantum bands back? She's there.
And there's the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
And
Monsters Inc.
And it looks like there's the guy that was disqualified, the blob kind of guy with tentacles.
Oh, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think those are tentacles.
Some Skrulls, of course. So, the broccoli people, didn't Jean Grey or the Phoenix kill them? The broccoli people?
I think that's right.
Wow, Makari is pumping his arms in triumph, thinking, I did it, and I proved to myself and the galaxy what I'm made of. It was like the master said. To accomplish my life's ambition, I had to transcend it.
Eye of Tiger, it's the thriller. Oh, look, the Roadrunner gives him his medal.
Not just a background character, no.
Here's your medallion, running champion.
Thanks.
Runner.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, I'll do it since you're a runner. Runner, a word, please.
Grandmaster?
You are aware I had a significant bet riding on the outcome of this race. And the Roadrunner's talking to Makari. You will now be the guest of honor at a gala celebration.
Cool. I only wish my friends from Earth could be here for this.
Not a problem. Use our transport device to fetch them. We will program it to take you back to Earth and back.
Wow. All right. Oh, please let Quasar be home. Shucks. Nobody is in our apartment.
We see the apartment again.
For one panel. You know what? We did see it at the beginning of Star Blast. Was it Star Blast 1? I think Kayla was there for long enough to take a shower before she got kidnapped.
Was that her apartment or was that his?
Oh, I don't know. Did she have an apartment?
Quasar Makari bachelor pad.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. So then he heads for the office.
So he runs through and says, yeah, maybe they're in the office. There's this Ken Tanaka, our human buddy. I want him to come. Hey, Ken, it's me, Mac. Long time no see, huh? Wait till I tell you what I've been up to. Ken? He doesn't see me. Weird. No, wait. He's not moving. It's like he's frozen stiff.
Avengers Mansion.
Something strange is happening. A fellow Eternal can help get to the bottom of this. Hey, CBRS. Oh, hey, Cersei. CBRS. Hey, Cersei. Cersei? Oh, no, not you two. Sometimes something must be affecting all New York.
But in Olympia...
I don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss the celebration. I've got to get to the bottom of this fast. Icarus and Dina, maybe they know what's happening. No, frozen, same as all the others. The whole blamed world has come to a standstill. Both humans and Eternals. Or what if it isn't the world? What if it's me?
And soon, when he goes back...
Oh, Makari, you're back. I haven't congratulated you yet.
Hey, you're moving, but this lady is a statue. What gives?
It seems you have mastered the Grosgumberkian's secret of absolute speed all too well.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you after these 1994 Fleer Ultra baseball cards.
You were just taught to break down the mental barriers which limited your speed, weren't you?
Yes.
Well, old boy, it seems the Grosgumbrikians neglected to show you how to put them back up. Your mental processes and perceptions are now set at hyperspeed, and you can't slow them down, even if you try. Only the super fast like myself can even talk to you. Someone else is moving so slowly they're like statues.
Isn't there a cure?
Not to my knowledge. That's why I never bothered training with the Grunwald in his word. Grosgumbakarians. They're so enamored of speed, they want nothing to do with anyone who can't keep up with them.
Perhaps I can help you, young champion. Don't you want to know
who I am? Who are you?
I am the Grandmaster. Like the runner, I am an elder of the universe. I am not hyper fast, but I have control over time and space.
You can help me?
Yes, if you will do something for me in return. Since my brother failed me, I need a new champion to bet on in upcoming races.
What upcoming races? I thought this was the big one, the Galactic Marathon.
There are other galaxies, young man, each with its own marathon. Then there is the local pan-galactic race, all of which culminates in the race for championship of all known space. That's approximately 3,000 years from now, but as an eternal, time means nothing to you, no? You have the chance to prove yourself the fastest being in all creation, and I'll cure you of your hyper-perceptions at the end of it, if you so wish. Have we a deal?
No. Being fastest isn't worth it if I've got to give up everything else. Cancel the party. I'm out of here.
Well, Grandy, you may be stuck with me, the runner. The runner.
We'll see. And back in the dimension of manifestations.
Have you made your decision, Quasar?
As he's thinking about him and Kayla and Isilda. Kayla and me, together, normal, forever. All I have to do is give up all my other friends and forsake my role as protector of the universe. Is it worth it? And he says, I decline your offer, Great One. Please, tell me just one thing. Is she going to be all right down there?
The future is not mine to reveal.
And he winks out. And back at the finishing line world, where they have great tennis shoes. Makari, there you are. Did you win?
Yeah, if you call it that.
You don't look all that happy about it.
What happened to you? Why did you take so long?
I had to take care of that long-eared runner, Fufura. He sabotaged 3 of the other competitors.
He did? This real dark side to competitiveness. I guess I should feel lucky he didn't try to... He did, didn't he? You gave up your chance to win in order to help me? Didn't you? Me, a guy you've met but twice in your life?
Winning wasn't that important to me. To be with others who shared my joy of running was why I entered. The runner told me how you've become stuck in your super fast mode, and now you can't go home again. I know how you must feel. I felt the same when I arrived in this universe, totally cut off from my wife, my friends, everyone I'd ever known and loved. Maybe we can help each other. I'll help you look for a cure to your accelerated perceptions. You can help me look for a way back to my distant cosmos.
It's a deal. We speedsters ought to stick together. Come on.
Makari, fast forward. Terrific news. The judges decided that since Fufara cheated, this race doesn't count. We're going to stage a new one. This time I'll beat you for sure.
Sorry, Golden Boy. I've decided I'm fast enough. I don't have to spend the rest of my life proving myself. Good luck.
You can't do that. You can't go. Then I'll never find out if I can beat you. You can't do this to me.
Oh, yeah? Watch me.
And the Grandmaster. Bah, amateurs. All right, the last page. Real space. Above the Earth-like world, the living tribunal sealed off. We see Quasar making a giant quantum letters. Goodbye, Kayla. I'm sorry. Q. And that's how it ends.
The end.
Thoughts?
This was more
clean up like last issue.
This was clean up. Yeah, I mean it really was. We got clean up with Kismet in the last issue with not much Quasar.
Yeah.
We got clean up of Makari. I mean, it really, you get the sense that the title is winding down, right?
I was going to say, I wonder how much notice he had that they were ending it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if maybe during Star Blast they're like, yeah, we're gonna and it's like, oh, you got like what 3-4 issues left to wrap it up. It's like, oh, okay, whatever.
But it's weird, with the wrap up going on because we basically 60 starts off right here.
Yes.
I mean, right here at this point, and 59 is a fill-in issue.
Yep.
So,
unless maybe they just had like a Quasar story sitting on the shelf and they're like, yeah, let's throw it in, make it an even 60, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
Or unless it was up in the air till that point. I don't know.
I thought this was an interesting. In terms of a comic, it's sort of like two main stories, of course, but a character we haven't seen in a while, which kind of brings us back to the more normalcy of the Quasar book the longtime readers are used to. So it's good to see back for one last hurrah to see featured more than just like a sidekick. But I kind of forgot about the last page and before this reread, but yeah, it's kind of a bleak finality to the Kayla story from so early in the book in their relationship.
And my whole thing was oh, good.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and 60 is really kind of.
Oh, don't get. Oh, wait till when we get there.
We'll get it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And this is leading into that. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like Grunwald's taken all of his toys and putting them in a kind of a new / old status quo where somebody else can grab them and use them. Like with Kismet, it's like she's watching over her, the Enclave. That's where she is. Somebody else can take her from there and move her on to the next thing. I think Claremont takes her and uses her in the Heroes Reborn Fantastic Four. Heroes Return Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
Makari shows up. I don't think Makari shows up again until the Game and Eternal series, right?
I don't remember seeing him before then, yeah.
So, yeah, this just kind of has this impending finality to it, It just feels like it's about to end. Things are ending.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do it. He could have did it happier, but I don't know. But the whole thing with Kayla, I'm just like, I mean, I get that he feels bad she's down there, but I'm just like, was it really that much of a choice? It's like, okay, give up the quantum bands, give up everyone including your mother, who's still getting over cancer, your sister, or this girl you've been out with, 2 or 3 times?
who you've known for, publishing time, almost 5 years, but Marvel time, what are we talking? Maybe a year?
Exactly.
Maybe 9 months? I mean, how compressed is the timeline at that point?
And during the series, how long were they separated?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised. He probably doesn't know her middle name.
Do we know her middle name?
And again, even if the Living Tribunal... yeah, what's your last name? But I mean, even if the Tribunal would let him keep the bands and go to the new universe Earth, if he was locked in there, guess what? You can't protect the universe anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You can protect.
Well, I think it was a really good point that the bands could not go in there because the removal of the bands from the universe upsets the balance of power in the universe. They're that powerful and that important.
And that was my other thing. I was like, would the Tribunal have looked for somebody worthy? What would he have done with those bands? Would he just like toss them in a corner and wait for someone to discover them? Would he look for a worthy successor? Or I would
have hoped that he would have probably said, because he has the power to remove them, obviously, because he's the Tribunal. Said probably would have thrown him back to Epoch and said, "Hey,
oh maybe
go to the next one on the list."
Because I say it's not going to be like a Cal Rayner thing, is it? It's like, oh yeah, you'll do.
Yeah, because again, there are certain qualifications to being a protector of the universe, right?
Honest, fearless. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's your other favorite.
Yeah, the ability to overcome great fear.
Oh my God, think about that. Quasar would kick a Green Lantern's. Well, when they used to have the yellow weakness, he would have kicked their butts back then.
Exactly. I've always kind of wanted to see a crossover. I mean, that would have just been, I think, a lot. And it would be, I think, a lot of fun now because, when you get him over there, if he, heads to the DC universe, what's the first thing they're going to think he is?
Oh,
Sinestro Corps.
Yeah.
So, well, one thing we will get to eventually. I think this is in Cosmic Powers Unlimited 4 or 5. I can't remember the exact issue, but I think the Rigelian. Because there's a lot of there's lots of members of the Star Masters at that point, and we're told that Wendell has the strongest willpower of everybody there, including the Silver Surfer and all those other characters. So, yeah, I've always kind of wanted. I think I would have thought it would have been really cool to see Quasar and Hal Jordan crossover. I think that would be a pretty awesome little thing.
I mean, in the 90s, we got a Green Lantern Silver Surfer crossover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think Ron Mars was the writer on that one. I don't remember who the artist was. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, because Ron Mars was writing Green. Because it was Kyle. Because he was writing it at the time. All right, so I'm curious. You want to hear what Ray had to say?
Yeah,
you bet.
So this might be the first time he read it. All right, everyone. So, for those of you who may not know, this is our Australian friend Ray, who does many podcasts of his also, including Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast, To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast. You can hear him the last Tuesday of every month right here talking Scarlet Spider with me and Matt Kona, which Lilith Hellfire calls the Sausage Fest. And, of course, his most famous one, which it's either tomorrow or the next day. Lilith Hellfire's episode's dropping this week. So, you've been warned, people. But yes, you can hear Lilith Hellfire. When this hits the podcast, it'll already be up. I think it's episode 177 of Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast, except no substitutes. All right, so Ray, what did you have to say? Say.
Hello, Quantum Zoners. It's me, Ray.
Hi, Ray.
I'm going to leave some thoughts for issue 58 of Quasar. A rather enjoyable issue, I must say. I really did enjoy this one. So another Grunwald panel, but focusing on Makari and a little bit of Quasar there, like a bit of a parallel story. Essentially, I guess both of them, they had to make a big decision as to what to do at the end. And working backwards, it was pretty sad, I guess, that Quasar had to essentially give up Kayla, leave her on that world. He left that message at the reveal of the last page. I wonder if that's the last we see of Kayla, which is a little sad, but she has got her work cut out for her with Metallurge Chris Barnett, I think was his name. So yeah, I'm interested to see if she pops up at all in the last 2 issues. But if that's the way that we leave Kayla, it's kind of a little bit of a somber note. As for the main story, Makari, I really enjoyed this. Very simple premise. I'm a sucker for galaxies or universes' greatest competitors, and in this case, speedsters, and Makari jumping in the mix. I really enjoyed them picking up from his stint with the Grosgumbekians. I actually thought that alien died when Makari first met him, but anyway, he lay dying, and Makari wants to honor his death. That reminds me as well, some quirky Grunwald humor here. I'm just going to sprout it. One is the 2 offspring of Makari's master, them actually not liking him and having a few words at the end. Then there was almost the Energizer Bunny, and him, in fear of being made into a stew, kind of sabotages the race. Also, we see a turtle there, a tortoise, pretty funny, the hare and the tortoise, and the Roadrunner towards the end. So I like a lot of these quirky little tidbits that Grunwald puts in. But essentially, though, the race was great, and the big takeaway for me was this thing about him kind of reaching, I guess, enlightenment, so to speak, speedinment, and he becomes one with speed. Truly, I guess the fastest being in the galaxy. I wonder how Quicksilver kind of fares against him. Probably, maybe nowhere near in the same league, although I do know Quicksilver was able to do something similar to the Flash and vibrate molecules or something at a hyper speed that he can actually pass through stuff, be kind of intangible. So Makari, for all purposes, sounds like a very powerful speedster too, and I like this twist about him not being able to turn off this perception that this enlightenment that he's been he's able to have triggered. So it will be interesting. Again, I don't know, last 2 issues, I don't know if we ever see it. It's probably a loose thread that's left hanging, but I would love to see Makari's story carried on. It actually makes me quite interested in the Eternals, the movie, knowing that Makari's in there. I'd love to see speedsters in the MCU. There's not enough of them. Quicksilver we didn't get much of, but who knows, he might come back, considering this multiverse of madness. But we've got Makari at least, and I really enjoyed this story. So I would give this, I mean, it's not a massively great story, but it has, the art is decent, I guess. It's not overly, fantastic, but Peter Sanderson does a great job, a decent job with it, and certainly the art is a lot better than some of the previous issues that has been reviewed most recently. But I'd give this a good B, I'd say. We're kind of back to some pretty cool Grunwald stories, and maybe it's because we have that Makari history by having seen him in the early Quasar issues that this character has held my interest, and he's an Eternal, and he's a close friend to Wendell. So that's a big difference from that Starbrand, I guess, saga with all those characters that you didn't really have a vested interest in. But I really enjoyed Distant Running. So a big B for me. And maybe, I mean, spoilers, I don't really mind. Those last 2 issues, if maybe the Quantum Zoners can let me know if, do we see any more Kayla? Do we see any more Makari and his sojourns with I can't remember the name of the other dude. The dude with amnesia, apparently, or memory loss. They kind of look like Jim Hammond with a beard. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. But very enjoyable, and I shall be reading along with your episode as always. Catch ya.
Alrighty, so if Ray doesn't mind spoilers, yes, we don't see Kayla ever again.
Nope, never.
And that red guy, see, it was a joke, Ray. He was supposed to be Barry Allen from, because he had disappeared in Crisis on Infinite Earths, and this was supposedly him. You next see him in 2009 in The Flash Rebirth.
I really wish when they did, because they did a Starbrand reboot a couple of years ago. I wish that Kayla was just like a random character in the background or something.
Well, that's what I said in this last event a couple months back in Avengers when Starbrand baby, they showed the mother died. I'm like, why couldn't that be Kate? I was waiting for Quasar's baby, although that wouldn't make sense. But yeah. But yeah, the next two issues. Well, we're gonna have at least one fill-in between. I'm pulling the schedule up. Nope, get rid of the schedule. But yeah, was it next week is Quasar 59, and then what's that? I know I have a Marvel 2-in-1, and then Quasar 59. Yeah, double check this.
And then Quasar 60 would be episode 149, and then we've got our retrospective in 150.
Yep, and then 151 starts the Squadron Supreme. Yeah. All right, let's see. So, yes, we're here. Yes, next episode will be Quasar 59. That's the fill-in issue by Ron Mars. It's, Quasar and Star Fox versus Thanos. So, nice one and done.
Kind of.
Yes.
Kind of.
And then, then in 2 weeks, we're going to cover Marvel 2-in-1. What is that? 73 with so of course, the Thing in Quasar. And then, like Will said, 149 is issue 60, The Long Goodbye.
Yeah.
And then 150 is the retrospective on the first 25 issues. Lilith Hellfire. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, anything else on this one?
No.
All right, so everyone send your thoughts. Again, Quasar 59, Marvel 2-in-1 73, Quasar 60. Then send your thoughts in the first 20. Oh, you know what I want? I have a question for you, Ray. I want it by episode 150. What is the first episode you started sending feedback, Ray? What issue? Because it wasn't from day one, so.
That's right. And I think Soshin's back too, so.
Oh, yeah, Soshin sent written feedback, so 150 will have Soshin feedback. The first time I remember Ray sending feedback was, Cosmos and Collision, maybe?
I think so.
I'll have to double check with Ray. But yeah, that's the first I can remember, Cosmos and Collision.
Yeah, but this year has been so weird.
Yeah.
It seems like 5.
Temporal.
How long ago was it?
Exactly. It'd be a long time ago in a good, normal year.
Yeah.
Okay, and then before I do the plugs, yes, and coming in January, get in on the ground floor, Lilith Hellfire, kind of put Wade's World on hiatus. If we do it, it'll probably be on the Patreon. But in its place, we're going to do The Devil You Know, the Daredevil podcast.
Cool.
So, get on that. Don't tell me you didn't see that coming. Come on, Coda. What the heck? So, yeah, send your thoughts. So, The Devil You Know, it's on Facebook, Twitter. All right, so let me see something. There you go. All right, so send your thoughts on the Quasar stuff. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow the Quantum Zone and all the other various shows, The Devil You Know, everything, all in one place. That's Linktree, including, the links links to the YouTube channel, so please go subscribe to the YouTube. Like Lil said, smash that subscribe button.
Smash it!
Links to Patreon, big things coming in 2021, links to merch, links to everything. Yeah, as I said, Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio or Hunt a Killer. Use the code Southgate for both of those for a discount. Go pick up Pod Life, the book, Volume 1, now in digital and paperback. The audiobook is coming for that, and Volume 2 is coming, so get that on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that cosmic arbitrator, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants. Why did your eye drift over to my box?
All right, Matt Kona, where can people find you besides in the northernmost corner of the United States?
Yeah, I'm in line at the post office at Matt Kona, MATTKONO. K-O-N-O? K-O-N-A. Whatever. You'll find me somewhere.
It's late at night, kids.
Yeah.
So.
Slow down. We need this for drops. See you later, Bunky.
All right, Will, master of the Quantum Zone and the Kickstarter. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Walred. That's at WALLRED. That's at Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and all those places. I seem to hang out more on Twitter, but you can also find my work, Diary of Night, at diaryofnight.com. It's pretty cool, with art by Gene Gonzalez. And you can find soon Crossover Division. Woo, that's the logo. Yeah. Crossover Division just funded on Kickstarter, so we're going to be putting that book out soon. And then you can always find all kinds of really cool information about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
Hey, boys, look at the party. I love the party. I'll put it in my navel.
All right. So many drops to choose from anymore. All right.
Yeah, you didn't use the tentacles. I was curious about that.
Sparkly quantum tentacles. We'll have to go over all the drops on 152, wherever those come from. All right, everyone. Yes, come back next time. Quasar 59, fill-in issue, so it does not continue what we covered tonight. So. But Ron Mars, we're going to have to talk some Green Lantern. Ron Mars.
Nice.
Will, is that all right if we talk Green Lantern, Will?
Of course. I love Green Lanterns.
I know it's a joke. Sarcasm, boy. All right.
Hey, if they had, toy quantum bands, I'd wear them.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say all three of us would be sitting in quantum bands. All right, Quantum Zoners. Come back next time. The end is near. And remember, Quantum Zoners, keep running.